Welcome back to Barry's Star Wars Rebels Review. This week we're reviewing Episode 8, Stealth Strike. You're not going to want to miss this one, so stay tuned. Okay, this week I'm going to give you something a little bit different. I'm going to recap the show, and then I'm going to give you my 5 most important things. Okay, in this episode, Captain Sato, Ezra, and the crew are on their way to locate a stranded rebel ship that's gone missing. While the ship is flying through hyperspace, they're pulled out by new technology developed by the Empire. Now this is something new that we haven't seen in Star Wars before, and later on in the episode they refer to it as a gravity well. It's pretty interesting stuff that this is being entered into canon. So Captain Sato, Ezra, and the crew are pulled out of hyperdrive, and they're pulled onto the Star Destroyer, where they're taken captive. Before they're taken captive, they were able to get a distress call out to the Ghost, and Hera sends Kanan and Rex to the rescue. Now this is significant because Kanan and Rex have not gotten along so far. Kanan is holding a grudge against the old clones. He doesn't trust them, and he's got a good reason for that. Together they jump on an old favorite, an old Imperial Shuttle. They pose as stormtroopers, and they climb aboard this Imperial Shuttle, where they're able to dock onto an Imperial Star Destroyer and go search for Ezra and the crew. Before Rex and Kanan are able to get to him, Ezra breaks free. He even takes out Kanan and Rex with his stun gun. It was pretty funny because when they come to, he tells them that the stormtroopers did it, but good old Chopper, he's got a hologram and he shows them exactly what happens. I love that Chopper. He's hilarious. So, Ezra takes the lead here. He takes Chopper and he goes and he shuts down that gravity well so they can escape. It's a tough battle, but they're able to fight their way back on board the ship to get away. However, Rex sacrifices himself for the rest of the team and he's captured. Of course, Kanan goes back for him and saves the day, and by the end of the show, they're buddies. Okay, let's talk about the 5 most important things that I saw in this episode. Number 1, Ezra's Jedi powers are growing, and we're seeing it every episode now. In this episode, Ezra's force powers are really showing through. He sensed that something was going to happen before they were pulled out of hyperdrive. He took charge while they were aboard the Imperial Star Destroyer. His lightsaber was flying around as he was knocking those stormtroopers out. He is really coming into his own here. We saw it a couple of episodes ago, but I'm seeing it even more here. He's growing as a Jedi, and it's very interesting to see where he goes here. Most important thing, number 2. They really slam the stormtroopers in this one. Now, we all know stormtroopers can't shoot worth a whatever, but they actually give a reason for this. Rex is bashing the stormtrooper armor the whole time. The armor doesn't fit well, it's not as effective, and there's even a point where he pulls off the helmet and throws it aside because he can't hit anything with his blaster, and then all of a sudden, he's knocking them out left and right. So I thought that was kind of cool how they tied that to one of the faults that we've found in the original trilogy. Most important thing, number 3. Chopper brings it again. Not only does Chopper kill it because he's hilarious, but he also saves the day again. It is his plan that they set into motion to take the gravity well out of commission so that they can escape. It was a pretty cool move by Chopper, and I really like how he gloats at the end of the episode. In addition, he got a cool Imperial paint job, black on red. It was pretty nice. Most important thing, number 4. Kanan and Rex, their relationship is growing. It started off rocky for a good reason. Kanan doesn't trust the clones, but it's growing here, and by the end of this episode, they were buddy-buddy. I really liked the way they worked together. They had a good back and forth chemistry, and in the battle, they were effective. They were doing some pretty cool stuff. Kanan was going zoo with the Force and pulling them out, and Rex was going pow, 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 and shooting him with the blaster. It was pretty good teamwork between clone and Jedi. I really like that. Most important thing, number 5. Cool set design and cool animation. I haven't been a huge fan of the animation. It's been hit and miss for me. Early on in the first season, I wasn't really liking it. The episode with the Wookiees, they looked kind of weird to me. But in other episodes, they brought it. In this one, they really brought it. It looked really good. The Star Destroyers looked really nice, really brought back, reminiscent of the old original trilogy. I really liked that. The Stormtroopers really look good, and the Stormtrooper armors look really good. And then at the very end, when they're successful at escaping and destroying the Star Destroyers, it looks really cool when they crash into each other and then finally blow up. So, really liked what they did there. It looked really good. I don't normally mention that kind of thing, but it really impressed me in this episode. I really like the feel and the look of that one. And just a bonus, I know I mentioned this already, but bringing the gravity well into canon. This is something that we haven't seen before. It's actually been kind of the escape route in the original trilogies. Once you get into hyperdrive, you are safe. You escaped, but now the Empire can pull you out of hyperdrive with this gravity well. So we'll see if they bring that into some of the other canon movies or Episode 7 even. Should be pretty interesting. Okay, I really liked this episode. I thought Ezra was awesome. So Ezra is really growing into a Jedi here. He's becoming a leader. Early on, he's a kid, and he acts like a kid, but I really like him taking on that leadership role and showing his skills off. He was jumping off of walls, he was whipping out his lightsaber, and it was good. It was good for the show, and it was good for him. I'm excited to see him grow. In addition to that, the dynamic between Rex and Kanan was interesting. It went somewhere. You had Chopper pulling his normal shenanigans. All in all, I thought it was a great episode. Probably one of the best this season. I gave it an 8.5 on my rating, so it is rating pretty high this season. We'll see what the next one does. Alright, that is the show for this week. As always, I want to hear your comments below. I want to hear what you thought about this episode. I want to hear what you think about the show. Let's get the conversation going. I really want to hear what you have to say. As always, support Dumb Guys. Subscribe to the channel. Click the button below. Click the icon right over here. Click this button right here. That's all you got to do. Send this to your friends. Get them to subscribe too. Because we need your help to get to our goal. 100 subscribers by the end of 2015. We are only 16 subscribers away. So, get on it. Let's do it. Support the channel. Alright, that's Barry's Star Wars Rebels review for this week. Tune in next week for our next episode.